What's up, YouTube, and welcome to SSGN and this Week 6 matchup, which pits the 3-2 Denver Broncos versus the 4-1 Cleveland Browns here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Last week, the Cleveland Browns faced their first loss of the season when they got beat by the Baltimore Ravens 44-13. This week is a bounce-back week. Can Cleveland come back from that loss and prove that they are still a playoff caliber team? This Cleveland Browns defense will face a big test as they take on Peyton Manning and Demaryius Thomas in this Denver Broncos offense. But will this offense be able to get going for Cleveland to score on the Denver defense? We're about to find out as Peyton Manning steps up to take the field. 1,300 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. Let's see what we are able to do here. Peyton Manning's going to take the snap out of the gun, and he is sacked and brought down. First play of the game. That is Octavius Mingo with the sack, and that is the way we want to start. Getting pressure on Peyton Manning will help us to slow down this passing game. Short pass is completed now for Manning, and it brings up a 3rd down and 10. Manning out of the gun with 5 receivers wide. He's looking downfield and looking deep to find Demaryius Thomas, and that is incomplete. Manning overthrows his target, and that will turn the ball back over to the Browns, and Johnny Manziel takes the field. With just 400 yards passing, only 2 touchdowns this season, Manziel is still fighting for that spot. As the last couple of weeks, he's gone down with injury, and Austin Davis has come in and filled in nicely, except for the 5 interceptions he threw last week. Manziel now handing off to Turbin. He runs into the back of his lineman and picks up very short yardage on the play. And after a false start penalty, we have a 3rd down and 8. And Manziel goes play action, and he's brought down for the sack. Von Miller brings him down, and that is not how we want to start this game off. So there is a face mask, though, and that's going to give the Browns a 1st down. 1st down, Cleveland, off of the penalty. That really is a bonus. We didn't see that one coming. So Manziel now going to roll out, and he's got running room. And he jukes one defender. What a play, Johnny Manziel. That is why we keep him in the game. We have another injury. Manziel, 3 weeks in a row now that he has gone down with an injury, clutching his leg. And Austin Davis is going to fill in now. The Broncos are on the 28-yard line looking to score the first touchdown of the game. And he dumps it off, and it's dropped. Johnson, the fullback, not able to bring that one in. And that brings up the 3rd down play now. Austin Davis rolls out, and he's got nobody downfield. He tries to make a play in the end zone, overthrows his target, and the Browns settle for 3 points to go up 3-0 on the Denver Broncos. With just 8 minutes and 38 seconds left here in the first quarter, Peyton Manning now comes out for his 2nd drive of the game, where he was not able to get very many completions on that first drive, and that looks to be the same. 3rd down and 10 already for the Broncos, and this Browns defense is showing up to play. This Denver offensive line is not the best, but they are able to give a lot of time to Manning, but Manning throws it up, and it's intercepted. Poyer comes up with the big pick, and that is going to set the Browns up in decent field position. I wouldn't say great field position, but Johnny Manziel fumbles. Fumble on the play. It's picked up, and Johnny Manziel is back, it looks like, from the injury. But the fumble there is not going to help us, and on 3rd down and 10, Manziel throws it right to the middle linebacker. It's knocked down, and Manning's interception comes up with no points. And no harm, no foul there for Manning. But just his 3rd interception on the season so far. So on 2nd down and 4, play action. And Manning is going to go down. Octavius Mingo, his 2nd sack on the day. Mingo, he's just been rushing the passer and being able to get the pressure that we were hoping that he could get in the preseason. And again, this running game, though, is just struggling. And on the screen pass, we're going to hit Johnson, the fullback, who picks up a decent gain, about 5 yards, but comes up short on 4th down. They have to punt the ball. And now Manning is going to try again to make a drive down the field to take the lead or tie this game up as it's 3-0 Browns. And Manning is going deep and overthrows Emmanuel Sanders. That's pretty hard to throw the speedster. But the Browns are going to take over again. And this time Turbin's got some running room and picks up the 1st down. 1st down Browns. Now Johnny Manziel is going to take it under center, and he hits Dwayne Bowe for the completion and a gain of 6, and that brings up 3rd down and 4 with just over a minute left here in the first quarter, and the Browns sitting on the 29-yard line looking to score. Here's Manziel out of the I formation. Dwayne Bowe comes in motion, and Manziel's looking downfield. He tries to dump it off short, and it's dropped by Johnson, his second drop of the game. And that brings up the Cleveland Browns field goal kicker. He tacks on 3 points and gives Cleveland a 6-0 lead over the Denver Broncos. And Peyton Manning now back out on the field, and he's just not been able to get very many completions, but so he's going to take off and run with it instead and picks up 8 yards. Peyton Manning running downfield and getting close to the first down, and that's going to lead C.J. Anderson to the outside, and he's wrapped up, brought down short, and the Browns have been able to get this Broncos offense off the field again, and this time we'll see if we can get some points. Let's see if Cleveland can get downfield and score a touchdown on this drive, as the first play does not look very good as Manziel is hit and throws an incompletion, but he's going to hit Gary Barnidge right here on 3rd down and 14 to pick up the first down and move them on the good side of the 50 as they hand it off to Robert Turbin, who pounds it up the middle for a gain of 4, and on 3rd down and 6. Manziel looks downfield. He jobs it short to Gary Barnidge, and that's completed pass again and a first down to Barnidge. Barnidge has been Manziel's favorite target and the leading receiver so far for this Browns offense, and he looks to keep that up here in the early part of this game against the Broncos. Dwayne Bowe with a great catch right there, a really good route and a really good throw from Manziel. We're liking what we're seeing from Manziel so far early in this game. On 1st down and 10 now, Manziel, he's going to scramble, and he runs up. He's nice little cut up the middle and brought down on the 2-yard line. That sets up Robert Turbin to take this handoff up the middle for a touchdown. That puts the Browns up now 13-0 on the Denver Broncos, and this Browns offense has looked fairly good so far. Let's see if the defense can continue to put pressure on Manning and keep this Broncos offense off the field. Manning goes play action and decides to go deep to Demaryius Thomas, and Thomas trying to come back, and he's overthrown. And so that brings up a 2nd down and 10 now for Manning, and Manning is sacked again, the 3rd time so far this half, and that is Boctavius Mingo again with the sack, and that's a 3rd down and 16 here, and Denver is looking to convert. Can the Browns get him off the field again for another 3 and out? And this time, though, they are able to find Virgil Green open, and that is a Broncos first down as they are starting their first drive of the game, it looks like. Manning looking downfield again, and is caught. No, dropped. Demaryius Thomas is hit hard and drops the pass. 3rd down and 12 now, and the Browns defense now looking to get off the field, but again, unable to make the stop, and that's Fowler, number 16, coming up with the catch. Now Manning is on the 31 going in to score as they hand it off to C.J. Anderson. Anderson runs up the middle for a short gain. 2nd down and 5. The high snap. Manning's able to bring it down, hands it off to Anderson, and that is a first down. And the Broncos now have got something going. Can they keep it up? Hand off again to Anderson. Anderson up the middle and able to find 5 yards again. Now 3rd down and 2. Thomas is in the backfield. Manning takes a snap out of the pistol, looking downfield for the touchdown, and Manning tries to run. He's brought down, and that is Shelton with the stop, and that brings up the 3 points, or holds the Broncos to 3 points, I should say, and Cleveland maintains that 10-point lead with 2 minutes exactly left in this half. On the screen pass here to Robert Turbin. Turbin is brought down short on 3rd down, and that will give the Broncos another chance to score before this halftime comes up. As Manning looks downfield, he finds his receiver again, and that one is Owen Daniels this time, the tight end. Manning now looks out route, and it's intercepted. Craig Robertson comes up with the interception. Manning did not see him, and he is going to take it to the 2-yard line. First down and goal for the Browns, and on the first play is Robert Turbin up the middle for a touchdown. Manning just throws a horrible interception right before the half, and that gives Cleveland a 20-3 lead. After that pick, set him up at the 2-yard line and sets him up for an easy touchdown. Manning coming into this game had only had 2 interceptions all season, and he's thrown 2 already here in the first half as Paul Kruger comes up with another sack. Here's Manning now looking downfield, and on this streak he's able to find Cody Lattimore for the first down and a big gain. Lattimore is the second-year receiver out of the University of Indiana, and they expect big things out of him. Manning again looking to him again and finds him for another first down. Lattimore gets himself open, and now Manning working with just 7 seconds left on the clock. They're going to call a timeout and kick the field goal, or no, they're going to go for it here as time expires, and they throw a short pass to Owen Daniels. Horrible clock management on Manning and the Denver coaching staff. Kubiak should have called the timeout and settled for the 3 points. As you can see, it's not been a super impressive game for either offense, but the pick, almost 6, really helped this Cleveland team take the big lead, and now they just got to maintain that 20-3 as we start the third quarter, and they're going to hit the screen pass. Robert Turbin on the screen. He's got some running room, and he bulldozes the corner and breaks another tackle for the first down. Robert Turbin doing work on the screen, and that sets up a second down and 10 now here as they go deep, but it's incomplete to Rob Hausler, excuse me. Now Manziel out of the I formation on third down and 10, looking to get another conversion. He goes up, and again, the middle linebacker knocks it down, sends it right back to him. Manziel not been able to complete those passes over the middle due to the linebackers playing big. Here's a pass now to Emmanuel Sanders. Sanders picks up the first down, and the Broncos have got something going now, hopefully, with Emmanuel Sanders as he gets his first reception on the day. Now Manning out of the pistol set. He's going to hand off he fakes it to C.J. Anderson and looks deep downfield. He's got Demaryius Thomas, and there's Thomas. He shows up finally in the second half with the big catch, and that's what you have to worry about with Demaryius Thomas. He's a fast receiver, big, physical, and he can make that big play when they need it. Now, can they get points on the board? Manning, he's going to go down to the end zone, and he overthrows his target, Owen Daniels, by a long ways, and that brings on the field goal kicker again and settle for just 3 more points for these Denver Broncos as Robert Turbin doing the work on the ground now on the run to the left side. Now go play action. Johnny Manziel's looking downfield, going back to his tight end, Gary Barnidge, but incomplete pass. Bringing up 2nd and 10, and a great catch here by Dwayne Bowe. Bowe, these last 2 weeks, has really shown up and proven that he can be the leading receiver on this team without Josh Gordon. There may be some news, though, for Josh Gordon this upcoming week as he is challenged the commissioner's ruling for the season-long suspension, and it may be overturned next week. We may be able to see Josh Gordon next week after his season-long suspension may be overturned in the courts. And this time, though, we don't have Gordon now, so we're settling here with Barnidge. Barnidge is unable to pick up the first down, and going for it on 4th, we were stopped short. Gives the ball back to Denver, 20-6 still, with just over 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Peyton Manning looking downfield. He dumps it off short, and there's the first down. Denver out of the eye now. Handoff to Anderson. Anderson up the middle and brought down by Paul Kruger. So far, this running game for Denver has not got going, and no team has really had success besides the Ravens last week running the ball against this Denver defense. Now Manning out of the I formation again. He's going to fake the handoff to Anderson, and Peyton Manning goes down again, but this time he got rid of the ball. But that's going to give the Browns the ball back again, and they'll pound it with Turbin some more. Working on that clock as they've got a big lead now. Johnny Manziel out of the eye. He's going to hand it off to Turbin on the outside. Turbin tries to get to the edge, and he's brought down, wrapped up. T.J. Ward on the stop. That brings the punter out and sets him up. Sean Lee hits it to the 4-yard line, and that is what we wanted as Manning. He's going to get pressured here. It's a fumble in the end zone, but it goes out the back of the end zone, and that is the 3rd safety of the season for this Browns defense, putting us up 22-6 here late in the game. Just under a minute left with 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Going to hand off to Crowell. Crowell breaks 1 tackle, gets to the outside, and picks up the first down to keep the clock rolling and keep the ball in the Browns' hands. This time out of the pistol set, it's going to be a screen pass to Hawkins, and Hawkins wrapped up, brought down for a no gain. And that play was read well by Bradley Roby. Now, this time on 3rd down and 15, Manziel's got running room, and he's got a lot of it. And he's going to slide down to prevent injury, and that's a great gain for Johnny Manziel on the ground. And that's what he gives us. He gives us a quarterback that can scramble and make plays with his feet. I just wish he was making more of them and making some bigger plays with his arm. Manziel this time, though, he finds Dwayne Bowe. That was a great play there with his arm. Johnny Manziel doing work here late in the game. And now it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Isaiah Crowell, who's brought down on the 7-yard line. Manziel's going to take it out of the gun, looking for 7 points, and he goes to Austin Pettis. He overthrows his target, and again, Cleveland has to settle for a field goal, putting them up 25-6 here with 8 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Peyton Manning now out of the gun with C.J. Anderson to the right, and he's going to hit his receiver, and it's a fumble. Demaryius Thomas, I didn't think he had the catch, but they rule a catch and a fumble. Denver does challenge this play, but it is ruled a fumble, and the Cleveland Browns have got the recovery. So I didn't think that Thomas had it, but we'll take it and take this ball back. As Turbin's going to get the ball and run to the outside, he's got room, and he lowers his shoulder, picks up a couple more yards, and now 3rd down and 4. Looking for that 1st down, we go to the weak side and get nothing. And on the field goal attempt, it's just terrible. I don't know what happened here, but the field goal's not even close, so the game stays 25-6. And none of these turnovers really, besides the Craig Robertson interception that he returned to the 2, have hurt the Denver Broncos. Now the Broncos on the screen. Anderson has running room, and he gets brought down just short of the 1st down, so 3rd down and inches. Manning looking to pick up the 1st down here and get something going late in the game as he finds his target, Owen Daniels, the tight end, for the 1st down. So 1st down and 10, Manning under the center. He looks down and drops it short again to Owen Daniels, who picks up 8 yards. And on 3rd down and 2, the Broncos need a conversion here. Manning goes 5 wide. He takes the shotgun snap. Looking downfield, he's going to find Cody Lattimore here on the slant. 1st down Broncos as they've moved up to the 28-yard line. Manning again looks downfield. He checks it down to Owen Daniels, and Daniels is just on that little short route. He's sitting and finding open room against the zone. Now on 2nd down and 3, Manning gets his tight end in motion. He's going to hand it off to C.J. Anderson on the outside, and Anderson picks up the 1st down. And Denver has got a good drive going, but they're using a lot of time doing it. With just over 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter, Manning's going to take off and scramble again and find some running room, and he's brought down. And this is why Peyton Manning should not be running. He is injured, and in comes the backup quarterback Brock Osweiler out of Arizona State. He is a big dude. You can tell a big difference when he comes in versus Peyton Manning in the size-wise. But Osweiler trying to run it off to the right side. He's brought down, and that brings up 2nd and goal now. And a handoff to Anderson up the middle. Anderson picks up a good gain, but still sets him up short. Now from the 5-yard line, Osweiler going to the end zone. Lobs it up, but it's knocked away. And Demaryius Thomas cannot come up with the catch. And again, the Broncos are stopped short. But Osweiler's going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking downfield, he has time, but overthrows his target. That was Cody Lattimore. And that's going to give the Browns the ball back with under 2 minutes left here in the 4th as they attempt just to run out the clock. Johnny Manziel looking downfield, drops it off short, and it's completed, but they're unable to completely run the clock out and have to punt it to the Broncos again. And Manning is back in the game trying to hit Demaryius Thomas on the long ball, but he is lit up, and we're going to see some hits now from this Browns defense as they begin to just try to end this game. Manning again able to hit his target Fowler, and on 2nd down and 10, he looks for the end zone, and it's knocked away from Emmanuel Sanders. And these Cleveland Brown corners have really impressed today as they've been able to stick with these good Denver Bronco receivers all game long, not giving up the big plays and not giving up touchdowns. As Manning overthrows Demaryius Thomas there, and on 4th down, this will be the game-ending play. Manning going to the end zone. It's caught by Thomas, but he's out of bounds, incomplete, and that pretty much ends it as the Browns are able to come up with a 25-6 victory over the Denver Broncos. I have to say the defense played excellent in this game, holding the Denver rushing offense to just 51 yards. Manning did have a pretty decent day at 243, but threw no touchdowns. As you can see, he had 42 passing attempts and 2 interceptions. On defense, the big play, Octavius Mingo came up with 4 sacks. He has really just impressed us so far, and he could be a Pro Bowl type linebacker this season for the Browns. Thank you guys again for joining us, and if you liked what you saw in this game, make sure you smash that like button. It really helps me out, and don't forget to subscribe for more Cleveland Browns franchise. Until next time, thanks for joining us on the Superior Sports Gaming Network.